Hi everyone. So, here we come again. And this time I am going to answer the question that one of you has posted on my video that I did previously, which was the Meet Mistress Femme Fatale. And I saw in the comments that one of you has asked, how do I feel when I am being asked to do a particular kink or fetish that I don't do very often? I have to say it does not happen very often, which is good because it means that I don't have to face that situation. Um, but there is one particular um, fetish that I would say that probably not many DOMs would do. It is on the extreme side, and I am going to try and describe it the best I can without saying certain words. So let's say that the particular kink that this person has, which no one else has ever asked me or has come to ask again, only one person does, it's to have his family jewels, um, the length part, to be, how should I say, used and abused in a certain way, i.e., let's say I am doing some DIY at home and I am using a hammer, and during this particular DIY I also need a few nails. So if you put the three together, you can then understand what this particular person enjoys having to his family jewels. And so, like I said, Nemidoms are actually offering this kind of fetish. Now, the reason why they're not, obviously, it is very specific, it is on the extreme side, there are many risks involved, and it has to be very well thought of before you actually even attempt to do that with any volunteers. This particular individual practiced at home on himself. So obviously, when he came to me, we didn't start straight away with that particular request. We started with needle play, CBT. For those of you who understand what CBT is, it's being a bit brutal to the down below parts, which I absolutely love. And obviously, that's how we started. And then one day he actually explained that he had one particular dream. And his big fetish and dream was to have his family jewels used a certain way, restrained a certain way, in which I would do some DIY with a hammer and some nails. That was the request. So obviously at first I was like, it's not something I am an expert on. I don't have medical knowledge background. I am not a nurse. I'm not a trained nurse. But he was adamant I was the one. And I was the one to do it, not the DOMs. So we went through all the risk involved, and obviously psychologically for me I have to prepare myself because it is quite a big thing to do, the risk involved afterwards. So we were very much on the same line that if anything happened there would be no other choice than I would have to call the emergency services and explain the situation. But he was adamant I was the one to do it. And so we did. And he's been back every month ever since. So now I think it's probably been a year and a half or 2 years that I see this particular person, and he comes to have this particular kink. And it is actually the only kink that we focus on now. It comes specifically for that. Sometimes I'm in a very jolly mood and he's in a very jolly mood, and we literally just crack on with it, have a giggle, hammer the thing, take pictures, even take selfies, and yeah, we have a good laugh, and we're, you know, very happy when it's all done and executed and everything went well. There has been only one occasion in which it took us a bit longer afterwards to stop, you know, the bleeding. But otherwise, you have to be in the right frame of mind to do this particular interest, to execute it. And I'm going to say it very honestly. For example, he's actually coming tomorrow. And yes, we were going to do that, but I have opted not to. And the reason why is because my mind is not 110% focused. I have certain things happening in front of the moment, so my mind is partially there and not 100% here. And for me to execute this the right way, make sure that everything goes well, and he's having fun, because after all, that's what he wants. He wants to have fun, and so do I. So we postponed it. Instead, I am going to do plenty of CBT and use it in other ways within that spectrum. So it's still going to be fun. But yes, I have to be 110% in it to be able to execute this particular kink. So psychology is extremely important on both sides. And like I said in the past, if you have any other comments or questions, by all means, go in the comments box and ask away. And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe, you know, do what's necessary so you get the notification when I have uploaded another video. And for now, I need to go because I have a session. It's only a 30 minutes one, but it should be fun.